Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa McCarthy.
Good morning. I'm pinching myself to be here. It's my second year at Makers, and if you're anything like me, on day 3, you're saying to yourself, I am so moved and inspired by women as young as 12 and as old as 96, and men, so thrilled to have men at Makers this year, but all of the people taking a stand for equality and safety in our workplace and in our world. And you may be daunted and slightly intimidated. Anyone? How, am I going to apply this to my life? I have the privilege of being here. I have the privilege of watching. How am I going to raise my voice? How am I going to drive change and take a stand? And for some of you, how am I going to change my circumstances and fuel my own happiness? Anyone thinking that? So that's why I'm here. Because the exercise I'm going to share with you today has changed for over 10,000 people how they work, live, lead, and love. And it will require vulnerability, which I know is a major theme of the conference, and it will require courage. So don't anyone leave. Before I give you the exercise, I'm gonna share my story. 12 years ago, even though I look 40, I was 38, and I was living in Long Island, where I live, with my husband, Sean, who's a police chief, and we had 3 young children. And I had a big job at a media company. And I registered for a leadership program because I was feeling like I needed to ignite myself. And the pre-work for the leadership program was to write your eulogy. So they told us to interview people at work, interview people at home, interview our friends, and it was a life-changing and extremely disturbing experience. The reason for that is that I had to own up to I was known for being really busy. And the reason I was known for being really busy is that I walked about 100 miles an hour through the hallway at work. If I asked someone how they were, I didn't stop and kept moving. And if someone asked me, Lisa, how are you? I would say in an extremely intense, high-strung way, I'm really busy. And for some of those lucky people, and this is embarrassing to admit, I would actually tell them everything I was really busy with as if it was remotely interesting to anyone except my sister. Maybe my sister, okay? So here I am in this seminar, and I'm thinking, this is not okay. I cannot have this as my tombstone. And I took time, and I wrote my eulogy. And as you know, with the eulogy, it's already happened. So I literally imagined my children at my funeral getting up and saying, my mother was present, connected, she was the glue of our family. She took care of us. She was our greatest fan and a meaningful coach. As a wife, she was present, she was loving, she was connected. As a friend, she was amazing, always there. And in the workplace, she made a difference. She led change, and she took a stand for helping people have cultures where their whole lives are ignited, where you can produce extraordinary results at work and in anything you're committed to. And that was the easy part. The hard part was sharing it. So I went home, I shared it with my family. My husband, who loves me, said, we'll see. And then, and my kids were very young at that time. And I shared it with my team at work. And the reason I shared it with my team at work and with my family is because I knew that this would require radical change in behavior. So I needed to come out and tell people so that they would hold me accountable and let me know when I was not being that. Now, who can relate to what I'm saying, by the way? Who's running around saying you're busy, tired, stressed? Stop doing that. So I go back into my real life, and I just practiced. All I did was practice. I was intentional, and I practiced being the person that was in my eulogy, and I am still practicing. Some days go better than others, but I'm living that life, that future that I'm committed to, so that, you know, my kids actually say that at my funeral. And today, I'm proud to share that when people say, Lisa, how are you? I say, I'm overly fulfilled. Fast forward, feel free to use that. Fast forward, I'm 45 years old, and I'm at a crossroads in my career. I am leaving the media company that I'm at, and I can either go to another big media company and run a team, huge opportunity, or I can pursue my dream to create a company that helps other leaders experience what I did and get conscious of how they show up and how they lead and how they coach, and creating a culture where people can win and succeed in all areas of their life. And with a ton of excitement, but more fear, I chose the dream. I reached out to my childhood friend, Wendy Letchgold, who's here with me in the audience, and we met in camp. And she has other qualifications, but I reached out to her, and I said, Wendy, I know if I do this myself, it'll be done in 90 days, because I need energy, I need people, I need discipline. And together, we wrote down a vision for the Fast Forward Group. And we wrote it as if it had already happened. I mean, it was vivid, it was specific, it was, this is our mission, this is the impact we're having, these are our clients, this is what they're saying, this is how it feels coming to work every day. And we had no idea how to do it. But we wrote it down, we believed it, we could see it, and we started sharing it with people. And guess what? People got excited. Jackie Kelly from Bloomberg said, I'm gonna give you my conference room, and you can beta Fast Forward with all your industry friends, and we'll give you feedback. Carolyn Everson from Facebook said, we're gonna be your first client. And she subsequently scaled it to her entire organization of 3,000 people, and now is bringing it to her clients. And then we have a ton of makers companies. Just a big shout out to all the makers companies that are investing in people and culture, men and women, because we all want the same thing. We all want the same kind of life. So now I'm going to share a piece of our work so that you leave here in action, that you leave here with an actionable way to apply all this inspiration to your life. Everybody ready? Because this is going to be interactive. We always create work. Okay, so you're fast forwarding a year from today, and you are gonna look in your own life at this question: what does extraordinary success look like for you? The first question you're gonna ask, and you're gonna write this down in a moment, is write down one important and unpredictable outcome, and write it as if you already accomplished it. Let me say what we mean by unpredictable. You could fail, you don't know how to do it, or you don't know the full plan, or it's going to require people and factors outside of your control. Let me share some examples. Number one, and you need to say it when you say it with conviction. I took on a new leadership role at my company, increased my comp by 20%, and I am lit up by work. Two, we have an inclusive company culture. This year was a game changer. We have improved leadership numbers by 20% for women and people of color. Three, I feel healthy for the first time in years. I am taking care of my mental and physical well-being. And four, I am in a fulfilling, loving relationship. This is for those of you that are single and those of you that have a partner but stop paying attention. Okay, 30 seconds, you need to write down. Everybody, let's go, okay? You have to write down, or you could type it in your phone, but nobody sell out. I'm giving you 30 seconds to write down one important and unpredictable outcome, and write it as if it's already happened. Please begin. Make it specific. If you can, make it measurable. Okay, so here comes the courageous part. You are going to turn to the person next to you. I told you, vulnerability, courageousness. Don't insert something else now, okay? You're gonna share with the person next to you, it's February 2019, here's what happened. And then say why it's important. And this is about 30 seconds each. It's gonna get extremely loud, and then I'm gonna ring a yoga chime. Everybody ready? Let's go, please begin. Share with one other person. Okay, that time it worked. Okay, who is inspired? Raise your hand by saying it out loud. Who's uncomfortable? This exercise is about bringing intention and choosing to be uncomfortable in all areas of your life. I consider that a good thing because for any of you that have chosen comfort, what is the cost? Stagnation and it's boring. It's boring. If you want to be lit up and you got to be uncomfortable. So I consider that a good thing. Okay, next question. Everybody ready? 1 year from today, I'm giving you a whole year. Hopefully it'll happen sooner. What are you known for? Okay, here are some examples, and then you're going to write it down for yourself. 1, I am a present and interested parent and partner. 2, I am an inspiring leader who drives growth and cares about people. 3, I speak my voice and I have the hard conversations. 4, I am taking a stand for what I believe in. Now it's your turn. 30 seconds, write it down. And write it down as if it's already happened. Happening, I am. Pick the one that's going to require change or courage. Okay, next step. You know what it is. You're gonna share with the same person. Say it with confidence and conviction. You do not need to know how. You will figure it out. Please begin. Is that good? You went all three. Shh. Who's inspired? Yeah. So now your job is to go home and tell the people that surround you so you can be supported and hold yourself accountable. Anything is possible if you set an intention and then you practice. We're all ordinary people that can make an extraordinary difference, and we can be who we want to be if we set an intention and practice. Okay, last thing. You now have a taste of our Fast Forward Vision exercise. In order to get coaching to do the entire exercise, go to our website. When you get home, go to our website and you're gonna get everything you need, and you can email us to get vision samples. Over 10,000 people have done this exercise. It is making an extraordinary difference, and it could be that for you. Make this your year. Raise your voice, and if you have an area of your life or your company and you're thinking to yourself, this is so not right, somebody needs to do something, be that somebody. Like, be the change, make the difference, set an intention, write it in your vision, share it out loud. You will figure it out. It will compel you to find a way, get support, galvanize people, and have this be your year. Last thing, we have a workshop today, 12 to 1 in the screening room. So for any of you that are interested in getting help managing your inner critic, which is often the thing that gets in the way of bold visions, join Wendy and I in the screening room from 12 to 1. Thank you. Do this, and it was a privilege.